September. Recovery Month. Lynn calls me John Recovery Bernard Jr.
So we're actually having, this is the first of the 3 recovery rallies for the Georgia Mental Health Consumer Network. We also have one this Friday in Cleveland, Georgia from 12 to 3, and then there's one on September 29th in Cartersville from 12 to 3 that day too. And everybody is going to come away here with a free Recovery Month t-shirt.
Right. I'm not just surviving these days, I'm thriving. And, you know, I just, thank you, God. Another big factor in my wellness was finding the peer movement, learning about the Certified Peer Specialist Project, working at the Peer Support and Wellness Center, finding my tribe. I feel like you all are my tribe, you know? And this movement opened the door to an entirely new world for me. After having spent years in isolation and allowing myself to be ruled by my fears and anxieties, I now am connecting with people and I'm building powerful relationships that have the ability to heal. And there's so much respect and mutuality involved in these relationships that I am now in and building, that on some days I'm just kind of beside myself because I don't know if I ever realized that I could be in relationships like the relationships I'm currently in. So working at the Peer Support and Wellness Center, it changed my life. And I think that the support that I receive from my peers really has benefited me more than any other form of treatment. Peer power, right? Peer power! Recovery is possible. Recovery is possible. It's worth it. It's worth it.
I met this guy, Charles Willis.
Who?
Charles Willis. He was one of them cats that saw in me something that I didn't see in myself. And
we're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut that door. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experiences can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We'll suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Now, that actually goes to a 12-step program. In AA, they have the promises. But you know, the more I listen to that, I really realize it signifies what we as persons living with a mental health diagnosis can truly understand and be proud of. You know, it's because of our lived experiences and the empathy that we have for one another, we're able to actually support people and accept people where they are, no matter what. You know, recovery is individual. I mean, you know, what I want may be different from what you want, but I think the basis of what we want is freedom. Freedom of choice. Freedom to do what we want to do. Freedom to get outside of the mental health box and enjoy life as a person. Because we're not our diagnosis, we're people. And as a people, as it says in the Constitution, we the people, and it grants us the right to live and be whoever we want to be in this world. So therefore, when people say that we're this, we're that, we'll never be able to do this or be able to do that, or you don't have any strengths or abilities, you know, they're talking to the hand. Nothing about us without us. See, because people were making decisions on how we need to live our lives, what we could do, where we belong, and especially in institutions and jails is what they thought, away from society. But they didn't realize that we had values. Values of being the people that we are today, and values that we can use to help support the community in which we are involved in. So I'm really happy for the experiences I've engaged in. I'm a trauma survivor. Being sexually abused between the ages of 6 and 7. No big deal, I thought, until I got to be 13 and 14 when I was going through puberty. That same feeling resurfaced, and as a result of that, I began to use drugs and alcohol. To do what? To cover up the feelings, to try to forget what had happened to me. You know, oftentimes we go in doctor's offices and say, what's wrong with you? Well, it ain't so much what's wrong with us, it's what happened to us. And all of us have had some sort of experiences along the way that perpetuated this condition that we're living with. But I want you to know, I wouldn't give anything today for my lived experiences, because it's made me the person that I am today. Come along, my friends, come along, get aboard and ride this train. There's nothing on this train to do, but everything you gain. On the recovery train. Come along, my friends, come along, get aboard this recovery train. There's nothing on this train to do, but everything to gain. Thank you guys. Thank you. Love you. And that's what you stand for. Yeah.
What do we say?
Recovery.
It's worth it because we are worth it. All right.
1, 2, 3.
Ah!
You know, basically, I got a problem. Okay. All right. Those of you that don't know me, what can you tell me about me that you know of just by looking at me?
Nothing. You got hair?
See, I used to emulate Charles. I used to shave my head. Somebody that doesn't know me, y'all that know me, shush.
You're human.
You're good looking.
Thank you. Woo! Who else? Anybody? I don't want this to be the meat of what I say.
Wearing dark shirts.
You got a reputation.
I have a reputation. Okay. Okay.
You can sing.
You know me. Come on, tell me. What do you know just by looking at me? You've never met me before.
You like to eat.
I like to wear baggy clothes. Can you tell by looking at me that I have a mental illness?
No!
You know what is stupid when some people say, "Oh, well, you don't look like you have bipolar." And that's somebody I know that works at the peer support and wellness, and he said, "Well, that's the most insulting thing I've ever heard." I have a problem that I have to take care of, but I'm asking these questions. What can you tell by looking at me? Because I'm not just that, you know. I'm not just a recovering addict who has 10 years clean.
How many?
You know, but I'm a father.
Yes!
I'm a husband.
Yes!
I'm a singer.
Yes!
I don't mind working so hard every day, no. I don't pay no mind to what people say. 'Cause after all the pain I have been through, Lord knows I'd give up everything just to love only you, yes. All my life I held my head down in shame. But now that I found you, with you I'm mad. Yeah. And I've been lonely, I've been cheated, I've been misunderstood. I've been washed up, I've been put down, told I'm no good. But with you I belong. Can you help me be strong? There's a change in my life since you came along.
Open mic. Give everybody 3 to 5 minutes, you know, just to tell a little bit about your recovery travels. Okay? Who wants to come up? Okay, AJ!
Woo! All right! There's a new kid on the block. Hi!
For those of you who don't know me, my name is AJ Paulson.
Hey!
I'm originally from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
All right!
I've been down here for about 6 years.
All right!
I didn't start my recovery until I was like 22. In 2009, I had a mental breakdown. And I I got sent to the crisis center down the street. And I was told that I wasn't going to be normal ever again. I was told that I was going to be on disability, taking medications all my life. 3 years later, here I am. I stand in front of you, a CPS as of July of this year. I've got my own apartment. I found someone I can share my life with. And I just celebrated my 26th birthday as of Friday of last week. I know, I'm getting old. But one thing recovery has taught me is not only to love yourself, but recovery has taught me personally is to love others.
All right.
Because without the Peer Support and Wellness Center in Decatur, without Jamie, without Jen, without Matt, without John, and Roz, their support for me has been so instrumental in my recovery. And for that, I thank you all.
All right.
I thank you.
Recovery is worth it. Recovery is worth it.
Y'all know that's so true. We can't do this by ourselves. Say
I just
it.
want to say my name is Maxine and I've been in recovery since 2008. I'm doing good. I was a part of Peer Support and Wellness a couple of years ago, but I'm so busy with the great grands, I don't have time to get to too many classes, but I want to say I'm grateful to everyone here and everyone at Peer Support and Wellness and to God, and I just like to say I'm doing well and recovery is worth it because we are worth it.
My name is Willis Lane.
Hey, Willie.
I'm from Brunswick, Georgia, but I moved up here in Atlanta around about 7 years ago. When I moved up here, it was a move to further my recovery. I grew up in a dysfunctional family. I was molested when I was 10, I think it was 10 years old. I started acting out behind it there because I didn't know how to deal with it. I started using drugs, drinking alcohol. I started committing crimes. I went to prison 3 times. It's just a whole lot of stuff that I was going through. And while I was going through this here, I didn't have no guidance. The only guidance I had was myself. But I can truly say today, being connected with the Georgia Mental Health Consumer Network and their staff, I have finally got to that place that I need to be.
All right.
All the things that happened to me, good or bad, there was obstacles that I was facing.
Right.
One of them was my mental illness. One of them was my addiction. One of them was my criminal background. I said, so what? I got all these things against me. But what I had for me was a God of my understanding and my own willingness to do something about it. So today I stand before you, recovered 3 years, over 3 years. I just recently got a full-time job. So many times I fought with that damn issue. People telling me because you got a background, we can't hire you. But God made a way. Now, my journey this year is that I want to give back to those that gave to me.
All right.
That's why I'm up here today. It was a struggle for me to come here today. It was a struggle for me to get up here and say what I had to say. But I did it.
Yeah.
And it's just like this, I thank all of you because you're my source, you're my peers.
All right.
Right. That's right, y'all.
For y'all that don't know me, my name is Ashley Smoot, and this is my twin sister, LaShanta Smoot.
Hey, ladies. Hey.
And when we were 14 years old, 12 years old, we were molested by our father. And growing up, sexual activity was all I knew. So growing up, I was a bad child, and I got in trouble myself. And it was hard for me to deal with that, and I'm still trying to deal with that. In 2009, 4 years ago, me and my twin sister suffered a bad loss, which was our mother. And today, we are still living with each other.
All right.
All right.
Hi, I'm LaShanta Smoot. And also, when I was about 4 or 5, I was molested by my mom. Now I'm in a peer support group of my own called Wave Group. And it's about a group of people who come together and talk about their situations. And they told me the more I talk about my situations and tell my story, that you don't let it run your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also for Matt back there, he got a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
I can listen to him sing all day.
God bless me with a home of my own.
Yeah.
I can open the door with my own key.
Yes. Yes.
I just want people to know that recovery is wonderful, and God is even more wonderful.
Yes. Yes. Recovery is worth it.
Tadpole, tiny little lavish. My supreme perspective of my own objective relies on my most important treatment selected. Jesus Christ's ministry, where I learned the ability to live spiritually, willingly. The active addiction started killing me. But I'm back. Alcohol, weed, and crack. Demolish that. As I drop this knowledge, people pay attention. This is something I got to mention. Together we stand, divided we fall. Unity must accumulate for our higher power cause. As I stand up, I got a full cup. Not forgetting about the old days the same. The demon-minded writing was eternal flame, but now I live, and I dedicate myself to a full change. Believe that, dear Lord, I'm back.
I'm a certified peer specialist too. I recognize some faces around the room. It's good to see you all. You know, and I've been really blessed, man. Over these past, 20 months, man, God has really showed up in my life.
Amen.
I mean, He's accomplished things. I guess I was willing to let Him do what He's been trying to do all my life. You know, but that surrender thing, once I finally learned how to surrender and just let God do what He does, man, I've been excelling. You know, after completing my peer specialist certification, I got a job.
Woo!
Within 2 weeks. Woo! You know, I work for an agency called Positive Impact.
Wow!
I left out. I'm HIV positive also.
You're done. Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay. Yeah, I'm HIV positive also. And God seemed fit for me to work in the agency where I had, did my substance abuse treatment.
All right.
And now I'm a part of the staff and I'm able to give back, you know, what has been given to me.
This is John. I love John. I'm relatively new to the Peer Support Wellness Center in Decatur. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. Very life-changing. Especially when you get on the warm line. You receive those calls at 2 and 3 in the morning with people who just need someone to listen to them and support them. It's very, very moving. And I wish I'd had that opportunity when I was in crisis the last time in 2007 and 2008. I actually toured the center in 2008 when I finished my last hospitalization, and I was in awe. I've been trying to get a position at the center over the years, and I was certified in 2008, and I have very actively been using the skills that I learned through the training. It's incredible. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. The things that we're taught in IPS and at the CPS, we can apply it anywhere because it's about relationships. It's about health and wholeness. It's about integrating body, mind, and spirit. And I am so thankful that Georgia has 3 wellness centers in the nation.
Recovery is worth it because it's worth it. Y'all know that's big with me. This peer support and wellness thing, this whole movement. When I've heard about it, you know, they were telling me that you get choices. You got choices. You know, that's all I heard. You got choices. You know. Like I said earlier, when the drugs and alcohol were gone, you know, people were telling me what I had to do, what you better do, what you should be doing. Oh man, come on, you know. But then I heard about this movement where they said, whatever you want. Yeah. What do you want to do? Yeah. You know, it's not what I'm gonna be telling you what to do no more. It's what do you want to do, and how can I support you in doing that? And that's what's big in me right now, y'all. There's nothing that can be said when somebody asks you today, what's right with you? Not what's wrong with me. What's right with me today? You know, start asking somebody that, and see, watch the expression on their faces. Want to thank Jamie Lynch, our director at the Peer Support and Wellness Center, and CPS of the Year. That's right, y'all. Our director is the CPS of the Year. Yes, she is. That's right. And also, I'd like to thank Roz. If y'all ever get the chance to come over to the Peer Support and Wellness Center here in Decatur, please try to, because these are 2 people that you would want in your corner, and that's
I just want to say thank you for everybody coming out. I want to thank everybody, Jen, Charles, John, Jamie, Jerome, Linda, Jerome, everybody. Deanne, thank you so much. Couldn't have done it without you. I got a story that's like a lot like everybody else's story. 4 years ago, where was I 4 years ago? A little bit more than 4 years ago. I was in the Umpteenth Treatment Center. And you know, my biggest struggle has been one with substance, and it's been for over 20 years. That's the struggle part, don't play. But the struggle got me here, so I'm not mad about that. Turn the number. Yeah. The struggle is what got me here. August 13th gave me 4 years. All right. 2 years ago, I was working for Value Village, making minimum wage, being a cashier. Somebody who came in, you know, I learned a lot about making the most of the situation that I'm in. And being a cashier at Value Village, I hated it, but I made the most of it. And I met lots of people, including somebody who was a CPS, who told me all about the CPS project. I had never heard of it. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. You know, all of this experience, I can get paid for all of this experience. Right. So I thought that was a fabulous thing. Little did I know that it was going to be something that would change my life. I started working at the Wellness Center in December of, I guess, 2010. And it's just been, for me, it's been a fairy tale ever since. You know, it has been. And I started as a part-time employee. The Wellness Center has 2 full-time positions, and within 7 weeks, I got one of those full-time positions. Not too long ago, I got the privilege to become the assistant director of the Peer Support and Wellness. Hey! I've gotten to meet some people who are just incredible, incredible people, you know, people that I really consider my family, you know. And it's, you know, and it is, it's a wonderful thing, man. Recovery is so worth it. It's so worth it. And every one of you, you know that you are definitely and indeed worth it. Thank you all for coming.
I just go to see up by, and you know,
I want to say, what a great job y'all doing.
Oh, thank you.